obviously OpTic Gaming's strongest game type in the HCS.
HCS Charlotte didn't exactly go the way of OpTic Gaming, but I feel like one thing that we have learned extremely quickly is that you can knock them down, but you can't knock OpTic out. If anything, you just make them hungrier. That's might be exactly what we see here in this tournament. We see a couple of slays go the way of OpTic Gaming in the early game, and Renegade just doing what Renegade does.
Yeah, with that, that's Envy going 4 down. OpTic Gaming gonna opt to move this ball up to the blue side. They have high side control, and Formal, I love the idea from him. He's gonna try to move that sniper away. In fact, unique positioning from him might allow him to cut through the middle of the map and find some unique angles. Oh, just taken down, but I don't know, these players of Envy are going to be on the map much longer. I think OpTic's well situated here to handle this.
Jackson on the cleanup and also gets a sniper for his troubles. Can't exactly find the no-scope that he's looking for. But Bound and Legend gonna double push the red side. 3 down, go Envy and Piggy by himself.
Oh, Jackson's spawn is just out in the open, but Bound's gonna just miss that sniper shot. Jackson's gonna punish them for it. Gets the assist on the one, the kill onto the next, and a double to finish off that fight. Jackson basically turning a really tough situation into probably the best possible reward for Envy there after that sniper shot just missed.
Envy with the ball, Piggy with the space here. Over to where the cargo side looks like Formal is going to be right behind him, but as Bound with the distraction, he somehow gets the damage onto Bound and a little extra onto Formal. Doesn't exactly get the kill he was looking for, but everybody weakened. Nobody goes down. 3 down for Envy, and OpTic survived that engagement.
See more and more time heading over to OpTic Gaming as well. They love to just chunk away at time when given the opportunity. I mean, they'll even go into gunfights holding that ball and not dropping it because of how confident they are. But with Envy getting that first kill, it forces out an early play. And with it, I mean, Envy, they've been able to find some of these quick answers to prevent OpTic Gaming from getting any big leads thus far.
Descended with the interesting repulse play to find that grenade, but not able to get the win on a Renegade, and Bound with the double clears things out for Legend to rotate that ball. Goes in for the challenge onto Piggy, as confident as ever is Bound, taking every fight he possibly can.
Yeah, very aggressive reach out on the Piggy there as well. And, you know, good job by Bound reading the map, catching Piggy before he could do any damage there, giving OpTic Gaming a few seconds. And even now, right, OpTic Gaming down to just 2 players. One's holding the ball, the other one's in the mid-map. Not only do they get the kill, but right now, Legend seems to be expertly rotating that ball out into the open so that OpTic Gaming has a chance to fight Envy even after they've broken this setup.
Ball in a baitable position, Jackson and Piggy have to fight for, and they're able to do literally just that. Momentary 3 down for OpTic Gaming means Jackson and Envy get a setup of their own.
Not the end of the world for OpTic Gaming here. They did have quick access to that sniper. I believe it's Legend. I was able to get that into his hands, so with sniper into play, they'll be able to get into the action pretty quickly and stop Envy from getting too much time here.
Legend with the quick scope, not able to finish the 2-tap just yet. The head of Jackson just barely escaping him, but still aggressive is Legend and OpTic Gaming, and he trusts his teammates to do the work as he grabs the ball and wants to trade that out with Snipe in his hand. And even the exit route that he tries to take is blocked off. Piggy and Envy now at once on the attack.
Yeah, Envy just really being in the most frustrating positions for OpTic Gaming to deal with there. It was like a series of unfortunate events where OpTic Gaming, it wasn't like they lost that setup outright, but 1,000 different paper cuts that kind of add up to create that lead and allow that ball to go back into the hands of Envy.
Once Envy sends blood, ready to strike here like sharks. You see Jackson and the rest of this Envy roster right back to the mid-map. He goes. Love this positioning here by Jackson. A lot of angles you could create onto everybody on the map. Formal down to 1 shot. Somehow he survives. And you see Bound and Legend sneak through. And by the time Formal shows himself again, it's for the back smack and for the break of Envy's setup.
still 2-on-2 on the map. Formal not able to get that kill on the Piggy. The help of Descendant was there quick enough. And although OpTic Gaming is getting time, you can see the players of Envy starting to hone in and get ready to collapse in on these OpTic Gaming players. This gunfight going to be a crucial one for the round.
77-64 lead here for Envy, but as Envy has the lead, they also get wiped off of the face of LATTICE. OpTic Gaming have an opportunity to take control. And we see Formal
back into the lead, and that 4 down allows them to get well established onto this next rotation. And you're seeing Envy having much more of a struggle to get up on this map because of OpTic Gaming being able to take that much space for free. 3-4 downs can be back-breaking in these positions.
Enemy has the ball.
14 points needed here for OpTic Gaming. Envy, though, have the numbers advantage, and Jackson is hitting shots right now. Serious at that. OpTic did take control, but now Envy have the ball. Legend aggressive, and another trade goes down, courtesy of Precision. Jackson back on the ball. OpTic with a man disadvantage. This could be Envy holding on. This is about to go down to the wire.
Just 2-on-2 on the map. Jackson reading that, trying to get this ball out into the open, but the cargo spawns came for OpTic Gaming. He tried to get one step ahead of those spawns, but OpTic Gaming getting favorable position.
3-point lead here. Envy have the advantage, but you see OpTic aggressive. Both Piggy and Precision get stripped away of their life. Formal hops on the ball without any hesitation whatsoever. Descendant emerges through the chaos with the sniper, and they're gonna have to have him hit some shots. Quick scope, 2-tap. Formal could be next, but Formal survives, and ball sits on the mid-map.
Still, I mean, it's just chaos out here. Renegade, the only player alive for OpTic Gaming, but quick into the front lines. Oh, they pushed through him. The spawns came in through the back rank, and that was to Renegade's demise. There was no way for him to stay alive. It's up to Bound. Bound wins the fight. Renegade gets the spawn. They're not out of this yet.
94-91 at the moment here, and Bound gets cleaned up once again. Switching gears over towards Jackson. He's weakened, but still wants to provide some cover fire for his teammate. A one-shot Renegade being a nuisance. Long enough for Legend to get the flank off, but somehow Jackson gets the kill. Legend's down to one shot. Descended right back at him. 3 down, and could this be the final seconds they need?
Just need one more round.
Saw a bit of the mind of a professional player, you know, the counterplay to a player's decision to give the counterplay, always thinking 1 or 2, if not 3 steps ahead. And OpTic Gaming thinking about getting slays. That's 4 down.
Big outs work, but the sniper going into the hands of Formal here, and with it, I mean, OpTic Gaming have an established setup early on. Piggy, the only player that can really throw a wrench into this, and I mean, throwing a wrench into it, he is. And the amount of damage he's gotten has really slowed OpTic Gaming down, and here comes the rest of Envy. They should find the break and sniper, and that really comes from Piggy just maximizing his life in a tough situation.
3 eliminations gives Descendant the ball. Gonna pass that over towards a teammate. 6 bullets and a sniper, and some heads to take off right now. You see Piggy fairly up forward. Looks like OpTic able to predict that. They deal with him, and the no-scopes aren't exactly gonna connect here for Descendant until Bound decides to get involved there. Teammate takes him out. He goes after Legend, and a couple of fortunate events go the way of Envy, but they should be taking advantage.
They're really just not missing shots in a crucial spot there. And even now, Descendant's gonna find the weak player that was left behind. Envy, every time it felt like OpTic Gaming should get away with something, Envy just has had an answer. One of the more frustrating games probably for OpTic Gaming to deal with here, as they keep getting caught by surprise, and Descendant, perfectly well timed on this flank, is gonna find another.
Enemy has the ball.
Tight game here in the early rounds. Looks like OpTic Gaming with a slight advantage. No time wasted as they hop right on the ball. Quantum Translocator coming up real soon here. You see Formal pinging that cargo side. He knows there's gonna be a player coming up the ramp, and that's Precision with the nades and the pressure to try to get closer to this ball.
Let's see right now, I mean, this is a pretty unusual setup. You do not see this oddball hold all the time. I mean, pretty rare to have it by the crystal here, and so far OpTic Gaming's been able to get a good chunk of time, and Envy, their breakthroughs haven't been quite as effective from this position as we've seen before. Descending gonna try to go in once again, but caught out, taken down. OpTic Gaming it's been pretty smooth sailing from them having this unorthodox hold.
12 lead, 3 down go Envy. The final player is absolutely hunted down courtesy of Legend. Now we get to see how OpTic play this out. Spawn over towards the wide side. Looks like Legend tries to rotate that ball away from the Envy spawners but gets caught out.
And Legend was heads up there to try to get that out. Just didn't quite have the timing to do so, but he's reading the map well there. He understood that those spawns were going to favor Envy on that spot and try to get it out in time. But even then, right, OpTic Gaming able to recover. Renegade goes back to anchor out some blue spawns with Sniper coming up. That should be Renegade's to take away. I mean, so far, OpTic's just playing a very clean game of oddball. This has been a dominant round 2 thus far.
Double kill by Legend and finds the escape route to get out through the mid side. Renegade takes advantage of the decoy that Legend is, and Legend just hopping around all over the place. He's still alive and kicking and continuing to do damage onto Jackson. Renegade ends up with the sniper, and Descendant feels the pain. That's just unfair.
Just 30 more seconds for OpTic Gaming on this. And I mean, with how back and forth and in the battle that we saw in round 1, this has been a complete opposite situation where OpTic Gaming has had no problems whatsoever. In fact, you know, Renegade has the least kills for OpTic Gaming. That's the second most for Envy as on their team. So see that the slaying disparity has just been so pronounced in this game thus far.
All the action was going down on the map. I didn't even realize that OpTic were this close to ultimately taking it. A play ball forced, but only 4 more seconds needed here for OpTic Gaming. Descendant has the QT right now. Envy do have the ball momentarily, but they need a whole lot if they want to come back in this round.
Nice sprint straight to get that kill, but Legend able to get up on this map in time, makes it a lot harder for them to get that ball around the corner. OpTic Gaming gonna have pressure up to Envy to win fights, and they're gonna have to do that for the rest of this round, right? You cannot let OpTic Gaming even sneak away with this ball. Val was thinking about it there for a second. He was doing the calculation and said, can I grab this ball, get around the corner, and buy it 4 seconds? And he decided no, and Envy said, yeah, no, that's not happening. Gets the kill, and with that, get more time.
And we're not going to allow OpTic Gaming to cheat away with that one. If OpTic Gaming want to finish out this round, they're going to have to earn it and have to do it through the slays. But that's exactly what they're going to do. 3 down, Jackson by himself, just waiting in the corner right now for what's inevitably going to be coming. It's Formal and the Legend double push. And with that, the final seconds go down. OpTic Gaming tie rounds up at 1 apiece.
Say that stick was surprisingly close to Envy. I don't know who threw it. That one was like maybe a ½ inch away from Formal. If they would have got that, it would have been a little bit more prolonged, but I think the result would have been inevitable with the way that OpTic Gaming was playing in that round. And you know, talk about 2 very different rounds. The first one where Envy was just being so frustrated to take down, we're resilient and able to capture away better time than OpTic Gaming. Whereas the second round, it was just never in question. That was OpTic Gaming from start to finish. There really wasn't much for Envy to play around with there.
Descendant, one of the better game-changing snipers in the league. I mean, he'll just hit a crazy shot that can turn the tides around, but maybe something like that. Quick skill from across the map. Double kill by Descendant means 3 down for OpTic Gaming. And Envy just manipulating the spawns. They know exactly where OpTic are spawning up, and Descendant might find himself a couple of flank shots on OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, Descendant was playing for a black screen there, but just didn't have the timing. And while he was doing that, Renegade took advantage of him being off that cross, was able to win the one-on-one fight there. And OpTic Gaming, I mean, I think minimized the hurt that Envy could do there pretty significantly because of that kill from Renegade. But at the end of the day, they never actually broke the control that Envy had, and Descendant just wraps back into the fight. And to see how teams have like radically changed, you know, if you would have been like, yeah, Envy's like this team that's fighting for top 4, and you looked at this roster, you'd be like, I don't know about that, right? Because there was like a lot of unestablished players in Jackson and Piggy who hadn't quite been there before. Descendant has been on some good teams, but didn't quite like have those great placings. And Precision was also like on the outside. It's like crazy that this team came together and like meshed the way that it has, and they become such a strong team.
Right now, we're gonna see what they're really made of here. OpTic Gaming going up against Envy. and a also important round number 3. OpTic with the early control and a slight lead here, but notice how they dropped the ball in order to prioritize Slays. Legend ends up taking down Jackson. A double kill for him leads to a 3 down for Envy.
Yeah, the spawns are heavily favoring OpTic Gaming here, though. They should have quicker access to that ball. You see them getting that, and they'll be able to wrap that back towards their T-bound. Able to get around that corner as well. Now for Envy, if they go down early in these gunfights, it would be doubly bad for them, because not only are they going to give up a ton of time to OpTic, but that sniper is going to go in their hands as well. So important gunfights there that they won, and then able to pull away with that sniper. So I think Envy stabilizing that position from a relatively bad spot.
Precision gonna get away with this sniper, but Legend in that oh so tough spot in order to clear a player out of the crystal. He just played the environment so well, and then Legend hits the curb slide on him. Oh my gosh.
And that part of the map is so frustrating when you have a player one shot, because as time goes on, they can basically guarantee they get their shields back. Like, they don't have to give you the challenge until they're ready for it. Legend did that perfectly, and by the time he's ready to reach out, he wins the gunfight, gets the sniper back in their possession, and OpTic Gaming, I mean, you blink, look, they already got 70 seconds on board. Obviously, we started this game with score in place, but they came out hot.
Ball drop.
Just when you think you have a guaranteed kill on a Legend, think again, because many have made that mistake before. Piggy thought he was safe with his back against the wall, but somehow Legend finds the back smack, finds yet another kill, and OpTic Gaming are ready to run away with it.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is Legend's played just about perfect so far. It feels like he's getting great timing on everyone, and you can see the collapse from these players on OpTic Gaming. They are just isolating gunfights really well. They're teaming up on all these gunfights, and the challenge isn't going to come in time. Dominant round by OpTic Gaming, as Formal guarantees it by jumping off the map. Look at that, Mindfreak going to have their counter here, so should be 1-1. We'll keep an eye on that match as it goes on, as game 2 between OpTic Gaming and NBS started. Barcode hits the snipe shot. I want to see that. I think that flag got guaranteed to come home, but OpTic Gaming versus NB Star. I did see one person in chat say Australia versus Europe should have some crazy ping. It's actually both teams boot camping in America right now. The Luminon squad's in Los Angeles, and the Mindfreak team is in Washington, D.C. So still probably not a great connection between the two, but everyone's in North America.
If I remember correctly, Luminon Gaming in the same venue as Shopify and Riot, right? The HQ. That's a beautiful venue. Me and Tools were there not too long ago.
I'm waiting for the
being
land
treated
scrim,
real
bro. I want to see a land scrim between them.
I'm down. I'm ready. let's go over there and cast it. Let's head over there.
That's it. I'm close enough. It's like a 3-hour drive for me. Let's go.
Yes, same.
Yeah. Joe, OpTic Gaming up 9-6 to start this game, but more importantly, have the power weapon in their hands. And it seems like this has been where they've been dominant, is when they have power weapons, when those things are going their way. Really, to me, for OpTic Gaming, just make sure Descendant doesn't get the power weapons. And usually this game's gonna be a lot easier. It's like, as long as you keep Descendant away from them, I think you can really minimize their impact. Oh my, that was express delivery precision. Didn't know what he was lining up into.
Formal says that's the closest you're getting to this power weapon right there. Plants it to the head of a grappled out Precision, and a 14-8 lead, and Precision gets caught standing still, and you know you're gonna pay for that one. Formal going at it, ends up getting that grapple delivered to him, but not able to get out with his life. 15-9 for OpTic Gaming.
Send it. Wanting to play aggressively into the tower. I like the low-high concept. They'll get the opening damage, and then you'll see Jackson try to act upon it, but I think Formal pushed Jackson back before that play could happen, and you feel the tension. Look, there are fights happening in all 3 lanes, but Piggy wins his over at the long haul. He might just win 2. Legend in the fight. Oh, Piggy! In the 1v2, there was no help to be found in that. He won them both against the OpTic Gaming squad.
16-12 lead here for OpTic Gaming. Another trade goes down. Jackson inbound, getting reset here. With Camouflage coming up, Piggy has some great positioning on it, but with his team 3 down, you have to imagine OpTic are going to be on the collapse. Curve slides his way towards the opposite direction of OpTic Gaming, but still not able to get away with Camo.
That bound. Able to get that damage on the Descendant, but no trades right away, and that's where Envy's going to find their way back into this game, is if they're able to go and win some of those gritty one-on-ones and then solidify their position after. As long as they do not trade out, they'll find their way back into this game. And look at OpTic, they're basically contained. It's only Formal that has some spacing over onto that pipe side.
Descendant was waiting over toward the back blue, but as he noticed 2 players actually going through the blue pipe side, thought he wanted to take the 1v1, but ended up in a 1v2. 3 down, going Envy, and the final player is being chased. It's Jackson.
Yeah, that is 7 kill difference now, as OpTic Gaming have been able to basically swing themselves out of that position. Very interesting how that worked out, but it was very well played by OpTic. They sent 2 players underneath where Envy wasn't looking to gain space, right? The concept of that is literally to get themselves out of that condensed spot, and then they take advantage. Formal hits the shots with the shock rifle. He's 10 and 5 to start this game, and okay, what is Formal doing to Envy right now?
Double-digit lead here, and as Formal goes down, it looks like Renegade and the rest of OpTic are here to pick up the pieces. A one-shot Renegade breaking ankles left and right, breaking ankles and breaking hearts, as Precision wanted that shock rifle, but Renegade gets away. OpTic looking dominant here in the game 2.
That's just Piggy. That's a lie. Wow, this game has just opened up, and Formal is the reason why. Nothing can seemingly stop this man. Even when they stick him, he's still getting his trade outs here. This 10 kill deficit is so tough to come back from at this stage of the game, but it's not impossible. We have seen it done before. Dude, Tony, did you see that nade from Precision? That thing was like, I had like a heat-seeking property to it, bro.
Hey, Precision does what Precision does, okay?
Ooh, I think he lagged out.
He's precise with the grenades, and meanwhile, OpTic precise on the attack there. 3 down, go Envy, and Camouflage should belong to OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, we see Formal get away with it. I mean, Formal getting everything this game. This OpTic Gaming squad is scary when Formal's playing like this. He's 15 and 7 thus far, and it's whatever he thinks about, he's getting away with at the moment. Just perfectly playing through Envy's weak points, and the damage he's been doing has been next level. This guy is just not missing anything this game, but finally taken out. And with that Envy, that's a 3 down with no trade outs there. That's exactly what they need to start clawing their way back into this game. They'll come back improbable, but not impossible, especially if they keep getting kills like that.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and we really have something on our hands here. Meanwhile, Formal ends up opening up with at least 1 of those kills, bringing OpTic just 5 kills away from taking this game number 2. Another one goes the way of Legend, and a Renegade, despite being 1 shot, looks like he still wants to push up.
Yeah, you see the staggered spawns are really brutal in this spot. Envy not going to be able to really move much off their spawns. Precision gonna go down, and that'll do it.
King of the Hill, a game type that at least at Charlotte plagued OpTic Gaming a bit, and one that Envy did have an advantage on. So if there's anything to lean on if you're a fan of Envy, it's the fact that King of the Hill, a favorite for you, and maybe not so much of OpTic in the recent matches.
See Descendant working his way into that back hill. They'll have to try to find him on their way towards this, but so far OpTic Gaming is winning all of the gunfights. And I like that the sniper can now be pretty confident on leaving because they got that 3 down. They're not too concerned about what's happening on hill. Instead, try to get everything you can. Sniper, camo, Renegade. Man just reacted and just instantly hit the shot.
Beautiful shot by Renegade, who now has camo and snipe combination here. Formal gonna battle it out with Jackson. Meanwhile, a couple grenades gonna force Descendant into a bit of an awkward position. Piggy gets lined up. My gosh, not done just yet. Precision gets it as well. Triple kill for Renegade, and Jackson, you better watch out. Renegade clearly has his Zenny glasses on.
Oh man, don't even try, Descendant. Just stay down. Keep that head tucked. Yeah, just run away. I wouldn't even want to come close to Renegade right now. The way he was lining up shots there, I don't think he's gonna miss anything here.
Done. Killing spree, Renegade. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. This is out of this world. The demon strikes.
Renegade low key, like after last event, what we're seeing, he might be the best sniper in the game right now. You know, we always talk about Stellar, Frosty. Nah, I mean, Renegade been hitting some crazy shots. He'll go just about perfect with the sniper as he makes another backflip, but Envy not out of this hill yet. One last player they need to take care of, and all of OpTic Gaming pushing back to take care of him. Did they want to anchor out these spawns? They did. I mean, this is so well played by OpTic Gaming. This is why you don't want to play him on LiveFire. They just play perfect.
Renegade still flirting around with a killing frenzy, and man, he's got the Riz. 2 more kills and tower control by Renegade, and more importantly, his teammates even spawning up over on the tower side as well. Legend duking it out over toward the back green side. Renegade wants to get involved with that and every other fight, because anything this man does is seemingly going his way.
So I just want Renegade to stay alive for another minute so he can get that next sniper. You see it's coming up in 30 seconds here. The push coming, but Renegade will have Formal's help, and Formal didn't even need it. He just won that camo. Oh, he spotted. Oh, he gets the first, and he's out. Jackson, the only player alive. They know his position. Renegade just takes a reposition. That's going to be his next. Oh, come on. Give him the frenzy, Legend. Ah. Stole it away.
And you're telling me you don't think this man got his Zenny glasses on, spots out the camouflage like it's nothing, doesn't miss a single shot to send it? You can get it too. Killing frenzy by the main slayer. Renegade is shutting down Envy at this point, seemingly by himself.
Yeah, I know Callus is sitting there on the buttons like, yo, Renegade, die. I want to do my job. Like, right now, we're just staying on Renegade because the man's not going to die this game at this rate. He is winning gunfights. Even when he goes down to 1, he has his quick escapes. He is flowing on the map. New combo in hand. 2 players to his right. They have no idea about him.
Well, Precision's weakened and ends up getting taken down. Renegade gets out of that situation. Piggy trying to survive over towards the small window side. Some well-placed grenades and a flanking descendant. Mind you, he's no shields right now. And Renegade knows it. Both players just dancing around a little bit. And eventually, it's Bowed with the cleanup and a Renegade staying alive.
Okay, Renegade's blatantly playing for the Ready Riot right here. He is like, I have never seen a man play for a spree so hard before, but I love it. They give it to me. You know, I want to see the Riot. This is incredible for Renegade. 12-0 to start this game.
And that in itself, there was a strategy. The running right shows up in the
he shows up in the feed.
If you're on the opposite side of things, you see a running riot. That hits the mental. He's playing mental warfare with that V.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way he's taking his routes. Like he's on the perimeter, doesn't want to like get caught. There we go. He gets
like
caught.
A Call of Duty player playing for a nuke.
It really was. I mean, it's like I don't blame him though. You're so close. Oh, he finally goes down. But I mean, by the time he goes down, the damage is done. Imagine like your first death of the game, your team's up 3-0. It's like you're like, yeah, I'll take that.
3-0 lead here, just one more hill needed for OpTic, but maybe that heat check is exactly what they needed to kick things up just a bit. Slow down Renegade, but get caught out by Formal, who just got himself a camo.
Yeah, I'm curious whether they try to contest on this or not. They could try to throw their numbers here, but it's probably better just to stay alive and have that tower side positioning for the next rotation.
First hill goes to Envy. Could be the first of many if they continue to play like this.
They won. They won those initial fights, Tony. Renegade's a big fight here. If he goes down, this is going to be a great hold for Envy.
3 down, go OpTic Gaming. Envy already in the hill. Piggy has that tower control. They got everything going their way.
I mean, look at OpTic Gaming spawns. They're trapped over at green, so they have to fight through up the map, and they won't have any good angles to contest. So it's important for these first fights to go their way so that they can eventually get them out of hill. And well, when they need them to go their way, they do. OpTic Gaming, they're just built that way.
Jackson somehow avoids getting taken down by Formal just long enough for Precision to get himself a cleanup. Jackson aggressive finds Renegade. Renegade may have found him instead. Double out of Renegade. Precision on the chase. The stick connects, and that's another triple. Oh, baby, a triple. Renegade 17-2.
Yeah, Renegade might be working on another frenzy here soon.
No, stop. Stop.
No, double back, bro. Go for it again. Oh. Looks like Bao is gonna find that kill before it comes into play. Renegade still alive as Legend has his back. Headshots through. They just need about 15 more seconds on this hill, and Envy are gonna have a struggle to get to this contest. One last push from them.
So much different between this game number 2 and game 3 than we saw in that game number 1, which could have went Envy's way. OpTic Gaming since then have been on a roll, called them butter. But as I say that, Legend gets cleaned up. Sniper down over toward the tower side. Descendant gets away with camo. Hold on.
Yeah, you know, oh, big fight by Renegade. Another one. Oh my God, Renegade. 19-3 this game. That might just be enough to win it. Can they contest in time? No, Renegade. Oh my word, what he just did in this game. 19-3, and he just won the game at the very end there. That could have been very mixy if Envy gets that hill.